Goldman Sachs is very, very good at what they do.
Almost everybody at Goldman Sachs worked weekends, and almost everybody at Goldman Sachs worked nights.
I was too busy working to have much socializing.
We were trained to be like client kamikazes. We had to kill for the client.
It's clearly a culture that cultivates ruthlessness.
Remember, for Goldman to be winners, there had to be losers. And as we know now, there were thousands and thousands of losers.
Goldman Sachs, you're the worst. Time to put the people first.
Millions of Americans have lost their jobs, their homes.
In the last 3 years, we've knocked down over 500 homes in this neighborhood alone.
They have crashed the national economy.
Our most important assets are our people, our clients, and our reputation.
The reputation is the most difficult to restore.
Our clients' trust is essential to us. It is why we're as successful a firm as we are and have been for 140 years.
Our clients' interests always come first. Our experience shows that if we serve our clients well, our own success will follow. Our assets are our people, capital, and reputation. If any of this is ever diminished, the last is the most difficult to restore. We are dedicated to complying fully with the letter and spirit of the laws, rules, and ethical principles that govern us.
So you guys are the high priests of high finance. Do you feel that the flack that you've got has been just because you're a lightning rod, because you're the biggest, or do you concede that some of this stuff was justified?
Look, I think we have a very important position in finance built up over many years. I think, if you're going to take the plaudits when things are going well, it's not surprising that when things go badly, you're also the center of attention. I think we run our firm in an extremely ethical and moral way, and we look to work hard to make sure that those standards are maintained. Anything we can do to improve our firm and improve the industry, we're going to continue to do. We never expect that we'd be perfect, but we want to try to run our business to very, very high standards.
In April 2013, Goldman Sachs, together with Deutsche Bank, led Apple's largest corporate bond deal in Apple's history. This was the largest bond sale on record since 1996. Goldman Sachs managed both of Apple's previous bond offering in the 90s. In August 2015, Goldman Sachs agreed to acquire General Electric's Capital Bank online deposit platform. In April 2016, Goldman Sachs launched GS Bank. In October, they started offering no-fee personal loans under the brand Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Near the tip of Lower Manhattan, a stone's throw from the Hudson River, stands a 43-story tower of glass and steel. It's Goldman Sachs' new $2 billion headquarters, and it serves as a symbol of the bank's success.
So, what was Goldman Sachs' leadership style? Let's find it out. Goldman Sachs practiced objective management, which aimed to improve performance by clearly defining objectives that are agreed to by both management and employees. However, although the goals were clearly defined, the managers still maintained a highly controlled atmosphere in which the employees operated. Three dominant leadership styles emerged over the course of 50-odd years. Laissez-faire leadership. Managers were more concerned with the outcome than the procedure. Participant leadership. Senior managers would participate in some high-profile transactions to leverage and build reputation. Professional leadership. Most of the senior managers had adequate professional knowledge of the banking business to maximize clients' profit. The leadership principles propagated the theory of clients first, maintenance of corporate reputation, and maximization of profit. But what was the result? New employees metamorphosed into the likes of existing employees who are overworked in the fast-paced environment. Employees have long working hours equals low quality of work life. Managers like to micromanage due to lack of trust in subordinates. Firm is more interested in revenues than employee satisfaction. Goldman Sachs viewed leadership development as not pleasant to have choice, and this was embedded in the culture. Therefore, they had to craft an advanced program from scratch for the special leadership training needs of the company rather than just following the traditional methods of training. In a very busy and constantly expanding organization like Goldman Sachs, with a number of leaders heading a single department, there was a need for training from time to time for employees in order to keep up with the ever-evolving external environment and competition. The goal was to help the analysts perform more effectively and to get people to work together as a team. The emphasis was on how to get the right diversity across a portfolio, which required a diversity of experience and background. This could be achieved with better training and learning. It was also important to choose a physical building or place to implement and identify the training institute. In addition, they needed to identify the right mix of senior leaders within the department to share their long-term experience and provide valuable feedback for real-life simulations to be performed by the employees. But did it work? Well, maybe for some areas, but overall the program was not successful. It required a serious time commitment for leaders. The leadership was disconnected, and the program assumed that leadership is static and can be taught. They merely jumped from fad to fad in leadership development, and technical superstars were being promoted to leadership roles based on their expertise. With the high pressure of work, leaders in Goldman Sachs started to feel isolated. They felt unsupported and missed a real sense of community with their fellow leaders. According to a survey, after the program started, about 70% of the new CEOs reported feeling lonely within their roles. The leadership program forced every employee to go through orientation programs which were generic and not relevant to a great extent. The case studies in use were outdated, and the same principles could not be applied in the current business environment. The program tried to portray leadership as a quick and easy set of rules, and this resulted in too many leaders not knowing what real leadership is about. The environment today is ever-changing, dynamic, unpredictable, and complex. Unlike a couple of decades ago when predictions could be made with reasonable warranty, the skills needed for leadership have also changed. More complex and adaptive thinking skills are needed, and leadership development methods have not changed much. The majority of managers are developed from on-the-job experiences, training, and coaching or mentoring. While these are still important, leaders are no longer developing fast enough or in the right ways to match the new environment. The business environment in 2017 consists of transformations such as the introduction of big data, a larger web of interacting players such as buyers, suppliers, and the community, technological innovations, and globalization. Just like Goldman Sachs, many companies today use orientation programs to welcome new team members. While this is useful to inculcate the company's culture and values into the individual, the entire content may not be relevant to every new joinee. In reality, after very basic training sessions, adults typically keep just 10% of what they hear in classroom lectures, versus nearly 2/3 when they learn by doing. Additionally, it is hard to shift people's behaviors into leadership mindsets in a leadership program in classroom setting. Training on the job facilitates better learning through practice, coaching, and feedback, while emphasizing the information relevant to the employee. Executive coaching, which is mentorship by senior leaders, can enhance the leadership coaching needs of new executives. A new fad in learning, employees receive confidential, anonymous feedback from the people who work around them. This typically includes the employer's managers, peers, and direct reports. Too many training drives have the same assumption that one size fits all, and that the same group of skills or style of leadership is applicable despite strategy, organizational culture, or CEO command. Thanks to globalization, financial crises, and rapid innovation, leaders are required to know how to alter decisions based on the environmental context and guide an applicable change. Goldman Sachs needs to add more value and create more competencies in their leadership program to adapt to the current trends. Tailored programs for individuals keeping in mind their strengths and weaknesses in a partnership with the coach as opposed to an authority coach over an indefinite period of time. Participants choose 1 or 2 areas they want to improve and 5 to 8 internal people they trust who become feed-forward coaches. With the support of an internal or external coach, the leader gathers monthly suggestions from the feed-forward coaches as to how she can improve in her chosen areas and progress reports on how much she is changing. More frequent check-ins, reviews, and snapshots on a monthly basis as opposed to a 6-month or yearly review as done in Deloitte. The critical solution is to urge training potential leaders to reflect while also offering them real-work experiences to apply new solutions and sharpen their skills, a requested demand of top companies in emerging markets. Mentors now support the trainees by removing barriers to approaching them and offering help and new solutions to existing problems. People develop more rapidly when they are held individually accountable. Today, a leadership development program must nudge people out of their comfort zone and dare to make decisions for their own development. It's more important now than ever for leaders with varied experiences and perspectives to come together to find the solution to a problem. In this day and age, with advances in innovation occurring on a daily basis, it is important for leaders to be agile and adaptable to current trends. The existing leadership development tools, along with the recommended practices, can increase employee commitment, leading to better fulfillment of organizational goals as well as individual well-being. Millennials in the workforce, like you and me, want more flexibility and freedom at their workplace. Although we would like to work harder, we would also like to be appreciated and empowered as per our capabilities. Better leadership development programs will encourage us to be better versions of ourselves. The sooner the leadership
development needs in Goldman Sachs are addressed, the faster it will reach #1 status in financial services as well as employee engagement.
Well, that's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all! That's all, folks!
Can I go home now?